Throughout my life, the 10 rings gave our family power. If you want them to be yours one day, you have to show me you are strong enough to carry them.
You are a product of all who came before you. The legacy of your family. You are your mother. And whether you like it or not, you are also your father.
I told my men they wouldn't be able to kill you if they tried. Glad I was right.
You're just a criminal who murders people.
Be careful how you speak to me, boy.
I thought I could change my name. Start a new life. But I could never escape his shadow.
My son, you can't run from your past.
Is this what you wanted?
You got this.
Thank you.
Jab, left foot, right hook.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Movie Bits. I am Tony.
And I'm David.
And today we're going to be breaking down the newest Shang-Chi trailer.
Come on, Shanti.
From
Shang-Chi.
Marvel. We pronounce it Shang-Chi rather than Shang-Chi because the main star, Sumu Liu, whose name I may be mispronouncing.
Sorry.
That is how he pronounces it, so we will be taking our direction from him in regards to how Asian things are pronounced.
Yes. Another chapter in the Marvel Universe, and we are so excited, and it's set to come out on September 3rd of 2021.
Yes, and this definitely looks dope. It looks different. The MCU is really introducing a lot of new elements.
I love it.
Come Phase 4. I love what's going on with Loki so far.
Check out one of our videos.
The expansion of the world of magic from WandaVision. And now we're really going to get to see some, looks like some Asian mythology going on. Looks like we took some trips back to the past. The way that the rings are.
All right, let's get into it. It's time to get into it. So walk us through there's a lot happening in this trailer. I actually had to watch it 2 times just to be sure I caught everything. And the second time I did catch things I didn't notice the first time. But we do open with the rings being displayed on like a family emblem, it seems, like on a flag.
Yes.
And we hear this man talking about the rings in their family, the 10 rings.
Yes. And how they have been controlled through the male line for quite some time. Could be hundreds of years. It looks like it's hundreds of years. And he's next up. The main star is next up to control these rings.
But they show a clip of the past. It must be one of his ancestors fighting with the rings. Because I did notice there's a shot where I think he's like standing there or maybe on a horse. I don't know. It was mostly focused on his arm. But I only saw 5 rings on his arm. So
5 on one arm, 5 on the other.
Okay, there you go.
Because it's Shang-Chi and the Legend of the 10 Rings, right? The 10 rings in Marvel Comics are actually rings that go on your finger, controlled by Iron Man's biggest nemesis, the Mandarin. So the Mandarin is now, in reality, going to be Shang-Chi's father. He is who the Mandarin is, and it looks like the Mandarin is a role that his family has occupied all this time as they have controlled the 10 rings.
I guess he's trying to pass it on to his son, and that's where the conflict comes, because I guess in this world, his father's more like a crime boss,
Yeah, his father's more like Ra's al Ghul. That's what it looks like to
Ra's
me.
al Ghul.
And the organization, which we see young Shang-Chi being beaten, it really gives off major Damian Wayne vibes and Ra's al Ghul, League of Assassins. It's the whole thing. All of it is here. All of those elements are here.
Yeah. There's so much, so we might do this out of order because they were just jumping around in the trailer. But it made me think about they show a scene where him and his father are fighting, and his father has 5 rings and he has the other.
He has the other 5 rings, and his father, the rings have this blue energy,
and his
while
have
his
like
have
golden.
It's like a reddish energy.
I thought it was
with
like a
with
golden
gold tones.
energy.
It was really cool. Let's go over a little bit of the rings since they're originally. On Iron Man's nemesis, the powers we could expect to possibly see, going back to the comics could inform us of this. So really quickly, we have one ring freezes things. Another ring gives him psychic abilities, such as mind control. We have one that gives him electric properties like electric bursts and things of that nature. And then we have fire. Flame blasts and things of that nature. Another one is white light power, which is like another like laser concussive force. And then there's black light, where they can absorb light and pretty much put you in total darkness. And then there's one disintegrates, so one can break apart molecules at the atomic level.
That's some like Thanos type stuff.
Very,
Infinity Stone.
Another one causes vortexes to happen. So anything in that area starts spinning and getting sucked into this vortex that it can create. Wow. There's an impact beam, which allows for excessive concussive force.
Okay.
And then there is a matter rearrangement, being able to rearrange matter. So that's almost like limited reality warping abilities. So it would be interesting because some of these rings would make the Mandarin severely overpowered, almost
like
to the level of an Infinity Gauntlet. So it would be interesting to see if the MCU has taken some of those powers away. Like we said, in the comics, they start with rings on your finger. Here, they're more like, they're rings that are on his arm that we see that he can still control when he holds on to one of them, and they sort of extend, and even though they're not touching each other, they're still sort of connected, and he can toss them around.
Yeah, he can like punch them out and they go flying through the air. It looked really cool.
So it really does look like Marvel is doing something completely different with these rings.
And can we talk about the cast?
Yeah.
I love the casting, like actually hiring people who fit this story.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, the Asian box office is really competing with Hollywood, so you got to come authentic if you want to come for that Chinese money.
Right. And it's got our girl from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I had to mention it. She played the other martial artist, not the younger one, the older lady, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
I forget her name, but I put her name down here. But she's fierce, and I'm pretty sure if she's in it, these fighting sequences are going to be amazing because she's very talented.
Now, we do know mutants are coming in the MCU, so there was a scene where it looked like she was controlling water.
Like she was airbending
or something of that nature. So it would be interesting to find out if Shang-Chi actually has mutant abilities, because in the comics for a time, he could split himself up into multiple forms, and he is a master of all forms of martial arts, including an expert weapons user across the board, different styles of fighting. So it would be very interesting to see if such an expert martial artist could also split himself up into multiple people.
That'd be a cool way to bring mutants into this world, this universe. I don't know. There's so many different ways they could do it, but that would be really cool. Interesting.
Yes.
All right, and then we talked about creatures, magical creatures. Now there's like a dragon in the water. He like gets thrown into the water, and there's a dragon there.
It's a large dragon.
But then there's also another creature. You know those things that kind of look like lions or whatever? That they're statues, and they're usually posted
Gargoyles.
at entrances of
You
like
talking about a
buildings.
gargoyle or a
No, I
griffin?
mean like Chinese buildings.
Like a griffin?
I don't know. It looks like a
Griffin?
lion / I don't know what
Griffin,
it is.
right?
They show it really quickly. It's just like swiping at something.
A griffin. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
All right. So.
Well, no. There's some more.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
There's some more things to go over.
He's the comic book guy. I love Marvel movies, but he knows like all the details about.
I mean, I am loving the costume design as well. I'm not really loving Shang-Chi's costume. But I am loving everybody else's costumes. The entire set design, and I think we do need to recognize that Shang-Chi was basically created during the height of the Kung Fu era here in the United States. So it's really a take on Bruce Lee. His original father was Fu Manchu, who was who was basically like Marvel's most racist like stereotype on Asians and whatnot. That was from the time where what was it? Luke Cage was really like black exploitation. It was really hilarious.
I'm gonna get you sucker kind of thing.
Yeah, so Shang-Chi has his roots in being a take on Bruce Lee. So think if Bruce Lee could split himself up into multiple forms. While fighting, all kinds of interesting Marvel
we all
heroes
gonna
and villains.
gather around and whoop your ass. If you don't know that reference, I'll put it below.
yeah. Bringing some color purple life into the MCU here. But yeah, it looks really great. We got to see Abomination in this like sort of cage fight.
Who's Abomination?
Abomination is we saw him in the Hawk film with Edward Norton in 2008. So this is a continuation. They're bringing Abomination all the way into the MCU yet again, who has been confirmed to be in the upcoming She-Hulk series as well. So we see here Abomination is fighting in some sort of like sports underground sort of, you know what I mean, looks like
cage fighting.
Yeah, there's a magician there, so I'm guessing we're going to see some mutants being held in captivity because we are going to start to see mutants being introduced in the MCU in Phase 4.
That would be
That's
cool.
been confirmed. So my suspicion is we'll see some of them in the arena.
I would love that.
And that Shang-Chi's mother is also a mutant.
I would love that, guys. Could you imagine? I would gag if like Gambit is in there, like just fighting. I would die.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I mean, I don't know if we'll see any X-Men, but we're definitely going to. I feel like we're definitely going to see some mutants on this one. So keep an eye out.
So much better if we saw an X-Men.
So keep an eye out. They've confirmed mutants in Phase 4. This is giving me some
Come on, Marvel.
Lots of introductions going on. Lots of world changes and all of these new projects they've got going on.
I have to say,
here.
I'm so excited. I mean, I mentioned this in our previous Loki video. I just had no idea how they would keep our interest. I'm like, all right, the big story is over, but I don't really read comic books, so this makes me want to go read comic books. This is just exciting. Like, I'm really very excited to see what's going to happen.
And on a side note, for those of you that want to catch up on Marvel's publication history, if you download the Marvel Unlimited app, it's a $9 a month fee. At least it was when I was a member. It's like $9.99 a month. And any comic book that is 6 months or older, you get to read for free. So their entire publication history is yours for free up into the last 6 months.
Well,
At least that's how it was. When I was a member. So if you really want to catch up on Marvel's publication history, head over to Marvel Unlimited and get yourself a membership. Might take you a month or two to run through it. So what is it, a $20 investment?
I may get myself one. Excuse me, I may get myself one. All right, so what do you say? What's your final say on this? What did you like? What did you dislike? And do you give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
I loved it. I give it 2 thumbs up. It has major 2 thumbs up. It has 2 big thumbs up. It has major implications for Phase 4 going forward. I'm excited to see all of the Asian elements. I'm excited to see something that really looks like a League of Shadows, Damian Wayne type story in the MCU. Everything about this looks dope. I'm really anticipating it.
Ditto to all of that. I'm very hype about it now. I didn't know who this character was, but now I want to watch it. I know that wasn't the most deep reaction, but whatever. Review, but everything he said.
Okay, guys. Do you give it 2 thumbs up?
I give it 2 thumbs up.
All right. Well, 2 thumbs up from the both of us. We're looking forward to it. Can't wait to review the final trailer and can't wait to do both our spoiler and non-spoiler reviews when the movie drops.
Yes.
So that was our take on this second trailer. Sound off in the comment section regarding your thoughts. Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Are you looking forward to it? Are you nervous about what Marvel's going to do? Let us know in the comment section below. Be sure to
like, comment, and subscribe.
All right, guys.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.